Good morning, beautiful world. All right, Amazon. Give us a flash briefing.
Jamie, here's your flash briefing. In NPR News.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Dave Mattingly. Lawmakers in the House are expected to try again today to elect a speaker. Republican Kevin McCarthy of California has been unable to get the support needed after multiple rounds of voting. NPR's Windsor Johnston says a group of conservative Republicans continues to object to McCarthy's nomination.
After 6 rounds of voting over 2 days, Kevin McCarthy is still far short of the votes he needs to become the next speaker. Republican Scott Perry said the stalemate within the party is nothing personal.
We believe, and we want to believe, that every person that comes here, left, right, center, has the best intentions for our country. The best intentions for our country.
You want to
and it's not about the personalities in this contest.
The House adjourned for several hours after the 6th failed ballot. Lawmakers then voted on a motion to adjourn after it became clear that no deal had been reached. The chamber today will try again. Windsor Johnston, NPR News, Washington.
Incoming House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries of New York says he's among those frustrated by the Republican stalemate.
This is day 3 of the Republicans not being able to organize themselves in a manner that allows the Congress to move forward in order to get the business of the American people done.
Jeffrey says it's time for Republicans in the House, in his words, to get their act together. The GOP regained control of the House as a result of the November midterm elections. Democrats still control the Senate. 4-term Democratic Senator Debbie Stabenow of Michigan says she won't seek a 5th term next year. She made that announcement this morning. California is under a state of emergency as heavy rains continue moving in off the Pacific Ocean. The concern is potential flooding and mudslides and heavy snow in the Sierra Nevada. NPR's Nathan Rott says this latest weather system is known as an atmospheric river.
Atmospheric rivers are pretty much what they sound like. A long, narrow band of dense water vapor over the ocean. The thing is, when that band hits land, it drops a lot of that water in the form of rain or snow. Pretty much all of northern and central California are under flood warnings with this newest atmospheric river. The risks are heightened because the ground is saturated and rivers are full after a similar system hit the area last week. Scientists are still trying to learn more about the phenomena, but it's widely believed that atmospheric rivers are getting more intense as human actions cause the world to warm. Nathan Rott, NPR News.
Evacuations have taken place in some coastal areas. At least one death occurred in Sonoma County when a tree fell onto a house, killing a young child.
No.
This is NPR News from Washington.
And rain because it's cold, you idiots.
Tens of thousands of mourners said goodbye today to Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI. Pope Francis presided over Benedict's funeral at St. Peter's Square. Francis opened the service with a prayer and closed it by blessing Benedict's wooden casket. The retired pontiff died last week at the age of 95. Russian President Vladimir Putin is ordering a ceasefire in Ukraine over Orthodox Christmas. It's expected to last 36 hours. The French government says it's sending armored combat vehicles to Ukraine. As NPR's Eleanor Beardsley reports from Paris, it's the latest show of support to Kyiv from Western countries as Russia's invasion continues.
President Emmanuel Macron announced the tanks during a telephone call with President Volodymyr Zelensky. "Thank you, friend," Zelensky said on Twitter. "Your leadership brings our victory closer." Speaking on French television, Russia-Ukraine expert Tatiana Jean says it was a significant move. Symbolically, I think it's very important that France is the first to send these tanks, she said. Ukrainians wondered how committed France was with Macron keeping communication lines open with Putin. In a communique, Macron said France will continue to increase military aid to Ukraine. Eleanor Beardsley, NPR News, Paris.
Officials in Somalia say the death toll has risen to at least 35 following a pair of car bombings in the central part of the country. Militants from al-Shabaab are claiming responsibility. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 384 points, or more than 1%. I'm Dave Mattingly in Washington.
The news is about more than what just happened. You need to know why it happened, who made it happen, how it's felt.
Skip.
Communities you care about.
Amazon.
NPR.
Skip. Skip.
Daily News Podcast Consider This gives you all of that, with context, backstory, and analysis on a single topic every weekday. It's not just information, it's what the news means.
Skip. I'll cut you off again and again and again. You're welcome.
In NASA news, NASA has awarded the Space and Earth Sciences Data Analysis V, says the V, contract to AdNet Systems Incorporated of Bethesda, Maryland, to provide Earth and space science research and development at the agency's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland.
That's old news.
Former astronaut Walter Cunningham, who flew into space on Apollo 7, the first flight with crew in NASA's Apollo program, died early Tuesday morning in Houston. He was 90 years old. In weather. Right now in Seattle, it's 52 degrees Fahrenheit with showers. Throughout the day, you can expect more of the same, with a high of 55 degrees and a low of 45 degrees. From NASA. NASA has awarded the Space and Earth Sciences Data Analysis V, says the V, contract to AdNet Systems Incorporated of Bethesda, Maryland, to provide Earth and space science research and development at the agency's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland.
Now what? Dun-dun. Okay, that's new. Alright, Amazon. Tell us a joke. You got any jokes? Guess not. Joke's on me today. Wow. You're quite the jokester.
Sorry, this device lost its connection.
Of course it did. At least we got through it. Sorry for the joke. She did tell a joke earlier. What was it? This morning I asked just to turn up the volume. Asked her to tell a joke. What'd she say? Oh, what's lucky, short, and green all over? And I say,
Sorry, I'm having trouble understanding right now.
yeah,
Please try a little later.
unplug. And I said a leprechaun, and she said a leprechaun that's green. Or no, a leprechaun that recycles. Yeah. Short, green, and lucky. A leprechaun that recycles. Lame jokes for recycling. Alright. Have a good day. Peace.